Hi, everybody. Dan Illman and Mike Beer taking a look at Belmont Stakes Contender Overtook. This is a horse that missed both the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness Stakes. But as we take a look at him, he has a beautiful pedigree. And maybe that, coupled with the fact that he's a Todd Pletcher trainee, that might be the best things that he has going for him right now. Because, Mike, his career best Beyer speed figure of 83 isn't going to get it done in the Belmont.
No, I mean, at this point, he's just too slow. He's going to have to take a really big step forward here. He's going to have to do it in the toughest race of his life. So obviously a lot working against this horse. He has paired up Beyer tops in his last two races. I guess that could be taken as a positive sign, Dan. We last saw this horse in the Peter Pan on May 8th. Listen, he did his best in there to get third, but he was never really a threat in that race. And it remains the best race that he's run so far. I mean, he's just got a lot of improving to do.
I think Todd is hoping that, considering his pedigree, he's by Curlin out of a dam that won the Grade 1 Spinster from a strong Phipps family, that he's just going to really take to the 1.5 miles of the Belmont Stakes. There's always been big hopes for this horse, obviously. He was a $1 million yearling, and it appears, as you said, he's paired up Beyer tops in his last two races, that perhaps he's slowly figuring the game out, but he really will need to improve. Let's also talk about his Withers, 2 starts back, a race in which he fell pretty far back. He was able to pick up second. Other than risk-taking, the winner of that race, I'm not sure there was really a ton coming out of that Withers.
Yeah, there wasn't. And risk-taking has come back and run a couple of times since then and has not run well at all in those races. So it just hasn't turned out to be a very good race, Dan. You also touched on another, I think, important thing about this horse is he just doesn't have any speed at all. He just gets outrun early in every one of his races. The only win on his card so far, when he broke his maiden back in December at Aqueduct going a mile, you know, he made up a ton of ground in that race, but he also had a hugely competitive pace in front of him that day, a perfect setup, and he came and closed it down. I mean, he's just going to need to catch a ton of breaks, it feels like, not only in the Belmont Stakes, he's got to catch a ton of breaks. He's going to have some horses probably not show up with their best race.
The good news for fans of Overtook is he is likely going to be a very big price on the tote in the Belmont. Does he have upside? Certainly. He has the pedigree. He has the connections. Now he has to start showing it on the racetrack. It's Overtook for Todd Pletcher, a new face for the Belmont Stakes.